The metal walls of the USS Horizon vibrated as the alien ship approached Earth's orbit. Commander Alex Morgan stood with his hands behind his back, watching the massive vessel through the main view screen. This was the third visit from the Galactic Confederation in just 3 months, and each time they came with more ships and more demands. "They're hailing us, sir," said Communications Officer Donna Reed, her fingers moving quickly across her console. Alex nodded. "Put them through." The screen changed to show the blue-skinned alien ambassador Zarvex. His 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a gesture Alex had learned meant impatience. "Commander Morgan," the alien said, his translator making his voice sound flat and artificial. "My superiors grow tired of Earth's delays. The Galactic Confederation requires your answer today. Earth must join our alliance and submit to our authority, or face the consequences." Alex kept his face calm, though his heart beat faster. "Ambassador, as I've explained before, Earth's government requires time to consider such an important decision. President Benson has called for a global meeting to—" "No more meetings," Zarvex cut him off. "No more delays. We have studied your planet for decades. We know you are just beginning to explore your own solar system. Your technology is primitive compared to ours. You have no choice but to accept our protection." On a separate screen visible only to Alex, a message appeared from Earth Command. "Keep them talking. Fleet Admiral Wright preparing response." "Ambassador," Alex said, choosing his words carefully, "perhaps we could discuss what Earth would gain from this arrangement. Your Confederation speaks of protection, but we've seen no threats in our region of space." The alien made a sound that might have been a laugh. "That is because we have kept them away. There are species in this galaxy that would harvest your world for resources without a second thought. Only our protection has kept you safe." Alex knew this was a lie. Earth's deep space monitoring stations had detected the Confederation ships long before they announced themselves. It was the Confederation that had been watching Earth, not protecting it. "We appreciate your concern," Alex said, "but Earth has survived for thousands of years on its own. An alarm sounded on the bridge. Lieutenant Ben Harris at the tactical station looked up with wide eyes. "Sir, we're detecting weapons fire. Confederation ships are attacking the Mars colonies." The view screen split to show feeds from the Mars outposts. 3 research stations, home to over 200 scientists and engineers, erupted in flames as alien ships fired from orbit. "What is the meaning of this?" Alex demanded, real anger breaking through his calm mask. Zarvex's upper set of eyes narrowed. "A demonstration, Commander. A small taste of what awaits Earth if you continue to resist. The Mars colonies are unimportant. Their loss will help your leaders understand the seriousness of our offer." Alex's hands curled into fists. The colonies weren't military targets. They were research stations working on terraforming and astronomy projects. "This is an act of war," he said quietly. "No, Commander," the alien replied. "This is an act of correction, like disciplining a child. You have 6 Earth hours to inform your leaders and prepare your surrender. We will accept nothing less than complete submission." The transmission cut off. Alex turned to his crew, who looked to him with shock and anger on their faces. "Sir," said Navigator Patricia Kelly, "what do we do?" Before Alex could answer, a priority message came through on his personal channel. It was from Fleet Admiral Susan Wright herself, her gray hair pulled back tightly and her eyes hard as steel. "Commander Morgan, you've witnessed their first move," she said. "Are you and your crew ready for what comes next?" Alex stood straighter. "Yes, Admiral. The Horizon stands ready." "Good. For the past 70 years, we've been preparing for this day. Since the first alien ship was detected near Jupiter in 1957, Earth's governments have worked together in secret. While we showed the world rockets and space shuttles, we built something much more powerful hidden within the moons of Saturn." Alex had been briefed on some of this when he took command of the Horizon, but even he didn't know the full extent of Earth's secret programs. "The Horizon isn't just an observation vessel, is it?" he asked. Admiral Wright's mouth curved in a small smile. "No, Commander. The Horizon is the first of our Phantom fleet. The ships appear basic on all scans, but they carry our most advanced systems. Your vessel has weapons that can target their engines with perfect accuracy. No loss of alien life, but they won't be going anywhere. And the Mars colonies? Alex asked, thinking of the lives lost. The people are safe, Commander. What the Confederation destroyed were empty buildings and clever projections. We evacuated the real colonies 3 weeks ago, when our intelligence suggested the Confederation was losing patience. The colonists are now in the underground bases on Europa. Relief washed through Alex. What are your orders, Admiral? Connect me to your main screen. It's time to address your crew, and then I have a message for our unwelcome visitors. Alex nodded to Donna, who patched the Admiral through to the main screen. The bridge crew stood at attention. Men and women of the USS Horizon, Admiral Wright said, her voice strong and clear. Today the Galactic Confederation has shown their true nature. They believe us to be weak, primitive, and easily conquered. They believe this because that is what we wanted them to believe. She paused, looking at each person on the bridge through the screen. Since the first hint of alien presence in our solar system, Earth's nations put aside their differences to prepare in secret. While we showed the galaxy our first awkward steps into space, we were building a fleet that could defend not just Earth but humanity wherever we might go in the stars. The Admiral's image was replaced by a view of Saturn. As they watched, the surface of one of its small moons seemed to split open, revealing a hidden base. Ships began to emerge, sleek and deadly, nothing like the bulky vessels Earth had publicly sent into space. Today we stopped pretending, Admiral Wright continued as her image returned to the screen. Commander Morgan, activate the Horizon's true systems. Show them what Earth can really do. Alex turned to his tactical officer. Lieutenant Harris, bring all systems online, weapons, drives, shields, everything. Ben's fingers flew over his console. Around them, the bridge began to change. Hidden panels slid away to reveal new stations. The lights shifted from standard white to a blue glow that seemed to pulse with energy. Systems coming online, sir, Ben reported. Quantum shields at full power, phase cannons charged, gravity displacement drive ready. Alex took a deep breath and sat in the commander's chair, which had also transformed, displaying holographic controls around him. Admiral, he said, the Horizon is ready. Wright nodded. Open a channel to the Confederation flagship. It's time they learned who they're really dealing with. Alex looked to Donna, who opened the channel with a touch. On the screen, Zarvex appeared, looking smug. Have you called to offer your surrender, Commander? The alien asked. No, Ambassador, Alex replied calmly. I've called to deliver a message from Earth. Admiral Wright's voice came through clearly as her image appeared beside Alex's on the alien's screen. This is Fleet Admiral Susan Wright of Earth's United Defense Force. You have attacked our people and demanded our submission based on a false understanding of our capabilities. That was your mistake. The view changed to show Earth's fleet emerging, from bases on the Moon, on Mars, and from the rings of Saturn. We were holding back, Admiral Wright said simply. Not anymore. The alien ambassador Zarvex stared at the screen in shock. His four eyes blinked rapidly as he watched Earth's hidden fleet appear from bases all across the solar system. This is impossible, he said. Our scans showed no such technology, no such fleet. Your scans showed what we wanted them to show, Admiral Wright replied. Her voice was calm but carried an edge of steel. For 70 years we've monitored your Confederation. We've studied your weapons, your shields, and your tactics, all while letting you believe we were just taking our first steps into space. Commander Alex Morgan watched the alien's blue face change to a darker shade. It was the first time he had seen a Confederation representative look afraid. Commander Morgan, Admiral Wright said, turning her attention away from the stunned ambassador, you have new orders. The Horizon will join Attack Group 5 and move to protect the Jupiter outposts. The Confederation has a hidden fleet behind Europa. They plan to use it after we surrendered. Yes, Admiral, Alex said, nodding to Navigator Kelly. Plot a course to Jupiter, maximum speed. Patricia's fingers moved over her new controls. Course plotted, sir. The Phantom drive is ready. Alex had trained in simulators for this moment, but using the actual drive was different. He gave the order. Engage Phantom drive. The stars on the view screen blurred, then seemed to fold around the ship, The horizon moved in a way that defied normal physics, slipping partly out of regular space-time. What should have been a journey of months happened in seconds. They emerged near Jupiter, its massive storm visible below them. And there, hiding in the shadow of Europa, just as Admiral Wright had said, was a Confederation attack fleet of 7 large warships. "They haven't detected us yet," Lieutenant Ben Harris said from Tactical. "Our Phantom drive leaves no energy signature they can track." "How many Earth ships are in Attack Group 5? Alex asked. "3 others, sir. Communications Officer Donna," Reed answered. "They're waiting for your command, the USS Hermes, Orion, and Valiant." Alex took a deep breath. This would be humanity's first real space battle. Everything they had trained for was about to be tested. Send to all ships, deploy quantum shields and ready phase cannons, target engines and weapon systems only. We want to disable, not destroy. The crew moved with practiced efficiency. Years of drills were paying off. There was fear in their eyes, but determination too. "Sir," Donna said suddenly, "we're receiving a transmission from Earth. It's being broadcast on all channels to every ship in the system." "Put it through," Alex ordered. The main screen showed President Olivia Benson standing in the Oval Office. Her face was serious, but unafraid. "People of Earth and members of the Galactic Confederation," she began. "Today the Confederation attacked our Mars colonies, believing they were killing innocent researchers. What they don't know is that we evacuated those colonies weeks ago. What they don't know is how much we've prepared." The President paused, her eyes looking directly into the camera. "For decades, Earth has hidden its true progress. We developed technology in secret, built bases throughout our solar system, and prepared defenses against the day when we would need them. That day has come." Alex and his crew watched in silence as President Benson continued. "To the people of Earth, do not be afraid. Our defenses are strong. Our ships are ready. The attack on Mars was expected and we were prepared. To the Galactic Confederation, we gave you every chance for peaceful contact. We studied your laws and customs. We were willing to join your alliance as equals. Instead, you demanded submission and attacked without warning. You have made a grave mistake." The President's voice grew stronger. "Earth is not helpless. We are not primitive. We were holding back, not anymore." The screen returned to the view of Jupiter and the hidden Confederation fleet. Alex stood from his chair. "Attack Group 5, this is Commander Morgan. Move into position. Prepare to reveal ourselves on my mark." The 4 Earth ships moved silently into a formation surrounding the Confederation fleet. The aliens still had no idea they were there, their sensors unable to detect vessels using the Phantom drive technology. "On my mark," Alex said. 3, 2, 1. Mark. All 4 ships dropped their cloaking fields at once, suddenly appearing around the surprised Confederation fleet. "Open a channel," Alex ordered. When the connection was made, Alex faced a startled Confederation captain with pale green skin and 6 eyes. "Confederation fleet," Alex said firmly. "This is Commander Alex Morgan of the Earth Defense Force. Your ships are surrounded and targeted. Power down your weapons and engines immediately." The alien captain hissed something that the translator couldn't catch. Then he barked orders to his crew in his own language. "Sir, they're powering weapons," Ben warned. "All ships, defensive positions," Alex commanded. "Engage quantum shields." The Confederation ships fired first, energy beams lancing out toward the Earth vessels. The beams hit the quantum shields and seemed to vanish into them, absorbed completely. "Return fire," Alex ordered. "Target their engine systems and weapons only." The Earth ships fired their phase cannons. Unlike the bright energy beams of the Confederation weapons, these released focused pulses that passed right through the alien shields as if they weren't there. The pulses hit the engines of each Confederation ship with surgical precision. One by one, the alien ships lost power, their lights flickering and dying. In less than a minute, the entire Confederation attack fleet was drifting helplessly in space. "No casualties on either side," Ben reported, sounding almost surprised. "All Confederation ships disabled, but life support systems remain functional." Alex nodded, satisfied. Open a channel to their lead ship. The green-skinned captain appeared on screen again, now looking completely shocked. How? He demanded. How did you pass through our shields? They are the strongest in the galaxy. Your shields work by creating an energy field that blocks matter and energy in normal space, Alex explained. Our weapons operate partially outside normal space-time. Your shields can't stop what they can't fully detect. The alien's 6 eyes blinked rapidly as he processed this information. The Confederation told us humans were barely space-capable, he said. That you had only reached your own moon using chemical rockets. Alex allowed himself a small smile. We wanted you to think that, while your spies watched our public space program, our real ships were being built in secret. We've had faster-than-light travel for over 40 years. The captain's face darkened. The High Command will send more ships. You cannot hope to defeat the entire Confederation. We don't want to defeat you, Alex replied. We wanted to be left alone, or to join as equals. Your leaders chose war instead. Now they'll learn what humanity is truly capable of. Alex signaled to end the transmission. He turned to his crew, who were watching him with a mixture of pride and anxiety. Send a message to Admiral Wright, he told Donna. Jupiter fleet neutralized, no casualties. Awaiting further orders. The real test, Alex knew, was just beginning. The Confederation had thousands of ships across the galaxy. But now, at least, they would know that Earth was not an easy target. Humanity had revealed itself at last, and the galaxy would never be the same. News of the Jupiter victory spread quickly through Earth's fleet. On the main command station orbiting Earth's moon, Fleet Admiral Susan Wright studied the holographic display showing the positions of all ships in the solar system. 7 disabled. Confederation vessels drifted near Jupiter, surrounded by 4 Earth ships. The Horizon performed exactly as expected, said Chief Engineer Greg Nelson, pointing to the data scrolling across his screen. The Phantom drive worked perfectly, and their phase cannons disabled the enemy ships without destroying them. Admiral Wright nodded. Commander Morgan followed orders well. We don't want to kill if we don't have to. An alert sounded, and a young officer at the communications station straightened in her chair. Admiral, we're detecting multiple ships entering the solar system. They're coming from the direction of Alpha Centauri. How many? Wright asked, her voice steady. 23 ships, ma'am, much larger than the ones at Jupiter. The Admiral's expression remained calm, but her eyes hardened. It seems the Confederation is sending their real fleet now. She turned to her second-in-command, Captain Steve Davis. Signal all Earth ships. Operation Reveal is now in full effect. Deploy the Titan fleet. Captain Davis nodded and began transmitting the orders. On the holographic display, new symbols appeared, showing Earth ships emerging from hidden bases on Saturn's moon Titan. How long have we hidden these ships? Asked Greg, watching in awe as 30 advanced warships moved into formation. The first ones were built almost 50 years ago, Admiral Wright replied, each generation more advanced than the last. We've been preparing since we first detected alien signals in 1957. On the USS Horizon near Jupiter, Commander Alex Morgan received the alert about the incoming Confederation fleet. His crew looked to him with worried faces. Sir, Communications Officer Donna Reed said, Admiral Wright has ordered all ships to fall back to Saturn. The Titan fleet is deploying. Alex had heard rumors about the ships hidden on Titan, but even as a commander, he hadn't been told everything. Earth's defense had been built in layers with information shared only when necessary. Plot a course to Saturn, he ordered. We'll join the main fleet. As the Horizon moved away from Jupiter using its conventional drives, Alex watched on the view screen as a massive carrier ship emerged from its hiding place within Titan's thick atmosphere. It was at least 10 times larger than the Horizon, with sleek lines and no visible weapons. What is that? Navigator Patricia Kelly asked in awe. That's the EDS Defender, Alex replied, remembering the briefing files he'd been given when war seemed inevitable. Earth's first true carrier ship. It holds over 100 fighter craft inside. As they watched, small openings appeared in the sides of the Defender, and tiny ships began to pour out. Each was just big enough for one pilot, but they moved with incredible speed. "Those are the Wasp fighters," Lieutenant Ben Harris said from his tactical station. "They use a different version of the Phantom Drive. They can move in ways no other ships can match." The Horizon joined a line of Earth ships, creating a defensive position around Saturn. The incoming Confederation fleet was visible now on their long-range sensors, 23 warships moving in a tight formation. On Earth, people gathered around screens to watch the news broadcasts. The government had decided to show everything, to let all humans see what was happening. There was fear but also pride as they watched Earth's hidden fleet reveal itself. President Olivia Benson stood in the Global Defense Center, a massive underground facility beneath the Rocky Mountains. Around her, military leaders from all Earth nations monitored the situation. "The Confederation fleet will be in range in 10 minutes, reported General Laura Chen. "They're broadcasting messages demanding our immediate surrender." President Benson shook her head. "No more hiding, no more pretending to be weak. Send my message to all Earth ships." Her face appeared on screens throughout the fleet. "Men and women of Earth's defense forces, today we stand against those who would conquer us. For generations, we have prepared in secret, building our strength, while appearing peaceful. Now we must use that strength not for conquest but for freedom. Remember your training. Remember your purpose. Earth stands with you." On the main command station, Admiral Wright gave the order, "Deploy the AI drone fighters." From bases on Mars and the asteroid belt, thousands of small unmanned ships launched. Each was controlled by an advanced AI system that could react faster than any human pilot. "The drones will move first," Admiral Wright explained to her officers. "They'll test the Confederation's defenses without risking human lives." As the Confederation fleet came within range, they launched their first attack. Energy weapons fired at the Earth ships, but quantum shields absorbed the impacts without damage. The AI drones swarmed forward, moving in complex patterns that seemed impossible to predict. They fired their small but precise weapons at the Confederation ships, targeting sensors and weapon systems. The large alien ships tried to defend themselves, but they struggled to hit the quick, darting drones. For every drone they destroyed, 10 more took its place. From the Horizon, Alex and his crew watched the battle unfold. The drones were creating confusion among the enemy ships. Now it was time for Earth's manned vessels to join the fight. "All ships advance formation," came Admiral Wright's order. "Engage Phantom Drives on my mark." Alex gave the command to his crew. The Horizon's engines hummed with power as they prepared to jump into battle. "Phantom Drives, engage," ordered Admiral Wright. In an instant, Earth's fleet vanished from their position near Saturn, reappearing seconds later in the midst of the confused Confederation fleet. The enemy ships, still struggling with the drone attacks, were caught completely by surprise. "Target their engines and weapons," Alex ordered his tactical officer. "Disable, don't destroy." Phase cannons fired from all Earth ships at once. The beams passed through the Confederation shields as if they weren't there, striking with surgical precision. Within minutes, 15 of the 23 Confederation ships were drifting powerless in space. The remaining 8 tried to retreat, but the Wasp fighters from the Defender surrounded them, cutting off their escape. "This is Fleet Admiral Susan Wright to the remaining Confederation vessels," came the broadcast on all channels. "Your ships are surrounded. Your weapons are ineffective against our defenses. Surrender now." There was a long moment of silence. Then, one by one, the Confederation ships powered down their weapons. On the bridge of the Horizon, Commander Alex Morgan and his crew watched in amazement. They had just won a battle against what was supposed to be one of the most powerful forces in the galaxy. "Send to Admiral Wright," Alex told Donna. "All enemy ships in our sector have surrendered." Similar reports came in from across the battlefield. In less than 30 minutes, Earth had defeated the Second Confederation attack force without losing a single ship. As Alex looked at the stunned and relieved faces of his crew, he knew this was just the beginning. The Confederation would send more ships. The war was far from over, but the message had been sent. Earth was not weak. Earth was not helpless. Earth had been holding back, not anymore. 3 days after the battle near Saturn, Commander Alex Morgan sat in a meeting room aboard the Lunar Command Station. Around the large table sat other ship commanders, military leaders, and scientists. At the head of the table stood Admiral Susan Wright, her face serious as she addressed the group. "The Confederation has called for talks," she said. "They want to meet at a neutral location to discuss peace terms." "Do we trust them?" asked Captain Judy Bennett of the EDS Defender. Admiral Wright's mouth formed a thin line. "No. Our intelligence suggests this is a delay tactic while they gather a larger fleet. They've never faced a species that could resist them so effectively. They don't know how to respond." Alex leaned forward. "What's our next move, Admiral?" "We take the fight to them," she replied simply. "Earth has remained hidden long enough. It's time to show the galaxy what humanity can really do." A holographic display appeared above the table, showing star systems beyond Earth's solar system. One star glowed red, Alpha Centauri, the nearest star system to Earth. "The Confederation has a major supply base here," Admiral Wright continued, pointing to the red star. "It supports their operations in this entire sector of the galaxy. Our first target." The officers around the table exchanged looks. Earth ships had never openly traveled beyond the solar system before. This would be a major step. "What about the people back home?" asked General Sam Peterson. "They've just learned about our true capabilities and the existence of hostile aliens. There's fear, confusion." President Olivia Benson, who had been quietly listening from the end of the table, stood up. "I've addressed the United Nations this morning. All countries are united in this crisis. People are afraid, yes, but they're also proud. Proud that Earth was prepared. Proud that we can defend ourselves." She walked to stand beside Admiral Wright. "For generations, the world's governments worked together in secret, pooling resources and setting aside old conflicts to prepare for this day. Now that preparation will pay off." Admiral Wright nodded. "Operation Forward begins tomorrow. The AE Horizon will lead the first attack group to Alpha Centauri. Your mission is to disable their base, not destroy it. We want to show restraint even in victory." Alex felt the weight of the responsibility settle on his shoulders. "The Horizon is ready, Admiral." Later that day, Alex walked through the corridors of his ship, checking in with his crew. They were busy with preparations, loading supplies, and running system checks. Many had families back on Earth. All understood the importance of their mission. In the engine room, Chief Engineer Marion Foster was examining the Phantom Drive Core, a glowing blue cylinder surrounded by complex equipment. "Will it hold up for the jump to Alpha Centauri?" Alex asked. "It's much further than we've gone before." Marion looked up, pushing her safety goggles onto her forehead. "The drive can handle it, Commander. We've made some improvements based on data from our last jump. It should be even more stable now." Alex nodded. "Good work, Chief." As he continued his rounds, he found Navigator Patricia Kelly in the ship's observation lounge, staring out at the stars. "Nervous about tomorrow?" he asked, stopping beside her. Patricia shook her head. "Not nervous. Just thinking about what this all means. Humanity kept these advances secret for so long. We could have shared this technology, improved life on Earth. Instead, we built warships." Alex considered her words. The people who started this program saw something out there that scared them. They chose protection over progress. "And they were right," Patricia said quietly. "The Confederation didn't come in peace." "No, they didn't," Alex agreed. "But what we do next matters just as much. We can be protectors without becoming conquerors ourselves." The next morning, 5 Earth ships gathered at the edge of the solar system. The Horizon led the group, accompanied by the destroyers Valiant and Orion, and 2 newly revealed ships, the Pegasus and the Phoenix. On the bridge of the Horizon, Alex took his command chair. "All systems ready?" "All systems green, Commander," reported Lieutenant Ben Harris from Tactical. "Phantom drive at full power." "Communications check with all ships," Alex ordered. Donna Reed's fingers moved across her console. "All ships reporting ready, sir." Alex took a deep breath. This would be the first time human ships officially traveled to another star. A historic moment. "Send to all ships. Prepare for Phantom Drive jump on my mark. Destination: Alpha Centauri. The crew tensed with anticipation. The Phantom Drive was not like the jump drives described in old science fiction stories. It didn't create a tunnel through space or bend reality. Instead, it shifted the ship partially out of normal spacetime, allowing it to move vast distances with minimal energy. "Mark," Alex said firmly. The stars on the view screen blurred, then seemed to fold around the ship. For a brief moment, everything looked strange, as if reality itself was fluid. Then the stars reappeared, with Alpha Centauri's bright light dominating the view. "Jump complete," Navigator Kelly reported. "All ships arrived safely. We're at the planned coordinates, just outside their sensor range." Alex nodded. "Begin passive scans. Let's see what we're dealing with." Lieutenant Harris studied his displays. "I'm detecting a large station in orbit around the fourth planet. Multiple ships docked there. Looks like 12 Confederation warships and about 20 smaller vessels." "Any signs they've detected us?" Alex asked. "None, sir. Our Phantom Drive left no energy signature they could track." Alex considered the situation. 12 warships was more than they had faced in the previous battle, but now they had the element of surprise. "Send to all Earth ships. Deploy AI drone fighters. Have them approach from multiple vectors, targeting the warship's engines and weapons. Systems only." Across the 5 Earth vessels, launch bays opened. Hundreds of small unmanned craft poured out, their advanced AI systems already plotting attack courses. On the Confederation base, alarms suddenly blared as their sensors detected the approaching drones. The station's lights brightened as they went to full alert. Docked ships began powering up, but they were too slow. The drones struck with precision, disabling engines and weapons before the Confederation ships could properly respond. Within minutes, 10 of the 12 warships were drifting helplessly. "The remaining 2 ships are powering up hyperdrives," Harris reported. "They're attempting to escape." "Let them go," Alex ordered. "We want survivors to report what happened here." As the 2 Confederation ships vanished into hyperspace, Alex gave his next command. "Move the fleet into visual range of the station. Open a channel to whoever's in charge there." The Earth ships appeared seemingly out of nowhere to the stunned Confederation forces. On the main view screen, a surprised alien face appeared. This one had purple skin and 3 eyes arranged in a triangle pattern. "This is Commander Alex Morgan of the Earth Defense Force," Alex said firmly. "Your station is surrounded and your ships have been disabled. We have not come to destroy you, but to deliver a message." The alien commander stared in shock. "How did you get here?" "Earth has no interstellar capability." Alex allowed himself a small smile. "That's what we wanted you to believe. Earth has had interstellar travel technology for decades. We kept it hidden until we needed it." He leaned forward, in his chair. "Your forces attacked our world without provocation. You demanded our surrender based on a false understanding of our capabilities. That was your mistake." The alien's eyes blinked rapidly. "What do you want from us?" "We want peace," Alex replied. "But we will not accept domination. Tell your leaders that Earth is willing to negotiate as equals, not as subjects. We were holding back, not anymore." As the Earth fleet secured the Confederation base, news of their victory spread quickly across the galaxy. Humanity had announced itself to the stars in a way no one had expected. Back on Earth, people looked up at the night sky with new understanding. They were not alone in the universe, and they were not helpless. 2 weeks after the Alpha Centauri mission, representatives from Earth arrived at the Galactic Council Station. This massive ring-shaped structure orbited a neutral star at the center of the local galaxy group. For thousands of years, it had served as a meeting place for the many species that called the galaxy home. Commander Alex Morgan stood at a large window, looking out at the hundreds of alien ships docked at the station. The horizon had been chosen to transport Earth's diplomatic team, an honor Alex hadn't expected. "Quite a view, isn't it?" said Dr. Linda Carter, Earth's lead diplomat. She joined him at the window, her formal blue suit standing out against the casual clothes Alex wore while off duty. "I never imagined we'd be here so soon," Alex replied. "A month ago, the world didn't even know aliens existed. Now we're about to address the Galactic Council. Linda nodded. The Confederation's attack forced our hand, but maybe it's better this way. No more secrets. A soft chime sounded from Linda's communication device. It's time, she said. The Council is ready to see us. Alex accompanied Linda and her team to the Great Council chamber. The room was enormous, with seating for representatives of over 200 species. At the center stood a round platform where speakers could address the gathered delegates. The Earth delegation took their assigned seats. Across the chamber, Alex spotted a group of blue-skinned Confederation representatives, including Ambassador Zarvex. The alien avoided looking in their direction. A tall, slender alien with silver skin and elongated limbs rose from the center chair. This special session of the Galactic Council is now open, it announced in a melodic voice. We are here to address the conflict between the Confederation and the newly revealed Earth Defense Force, and to welcome humanity to the galactic community, if they so wish to join. The silver alien gestured toward the speaking platform. The Confederation may present their case first. A high-ranking Confederation official took the platform. He had the same blue skin as Zarvex but wore elaborate golden robes that marked his higher status. Honored council members, he began. The Confederation approached Earth with peaceful intentions. We offered them protection and guidance, as we have done with many developing worlds. Their response was unprovoked aggression. Murmurs spread through the chamber. Alex clenched his fists but remained silent. He had been warned that the Confederation would try to twist the truth. The Confederation, official continued. We had no way of knowing they had developed such advanced technology in secret. Their deception posed a threat to galactic stability. Our actions were meant to ensure peace. When he finished, the Silver Council leader turned to the Earth delegation. Earth may now present their response. Dr. Linda Carter walked confidently to the platform. She carried a small device which projected images as she spoke. Honored council members, she began. Earth did not deceive anyone. We simply kept our technological advancements private until we understood the nature of the galactic community. The device projected images of the Mars colonies being destroyed by Confederation ships. These were the Confederation's peaceful intentions, Linda said. They attacked our research outposts without warning. They demanded our surrender and threatened further violence if we refused. She touched the device again, and new images appeared. Historical records showing Confederation ships observing Earth as far back as the 1950s. For over 70 years, we detected Confederation vessels monitoring our world. We studied them in return. What we learned made us cautious. The Confederation has a history of subjugating developing worlds, stripping them of resources, and forcing them to serve Confederation interests. The blue-skinned officials shifted uncomfortably as Linda displayed records of other worlds that had suffered under Confederation rule. Earth chose to hide our true capabilities not out of deception, but out of prudence. When the Confederation attacked, we defended ourselves with minimal force. We disabled their ships rather than destroying them. We offered peace even after victory. Linda's voice grew stronger. Humanity does not seek conquest. We seek only to protect our world and to join the galactic community as equals. We were holding back our true nature, not just our technology, but our desire for peaceful cooperation. When Linda finished, the chamber was quiet. Then, one by one, representatives from other worlds began to stand. A reptilian alien with green scales spoke first. My world was protected by the Confederation for 3 centuries. Their protection came at the cost of our freedom. We support Earth's right to defend itself. Other representatives rose to speak. Some had also suffered under Confederation rule. Others were simply impressed by Earth's restraint and victory. A few remained neutral, calling for further investigation. After hours of debate, the Silver Council leader raised a hand for silence. The Council has heard enough to make an initial ruling. The Confederation's attack on Earth was unprovoked and unjustified. Earth's response was proportional and showed admirable restraint. The leader turned to Linda. Earth is recognized as a sovereign power with the right to defend itself. Furthermore, We extend an invitation for Earth to join the Galactic Council as a full member, with all rights and responsibilities that entails. Cheers erupted from many of the delegates. The Confederation representatives sat in stunned silence. Later, aboard the Horizon, Alex and his crew celebrated the victory. It wasn't just a military win, but a diplomatic one. Earth had been recognized by the galaxy. Admiral Susan Wright contacted them from Earth with new orders. The Horizon is to remain at the Council Station as Earth's first permanent embassy vessel. Commander Morgan, you'll work with Dr. Carter to establish formal relations with other worlds. Alex was surprised. Admiral, I'm not a diplomat. I'm a ship commander. Admiral Wright smiled. You're both now, Commander. You've shown good judgment under pressure. That's what we need out there. After the communication ended, Alex walked to the observation deck. His crew gathered around him, waiting for him to speak. For generations, humanity prepared for the worst, he said. We built weapons and ships. We trained for war, but that was never the whole story. He looked at each of them in turn. Our real strength wasn't just in our technology. It was in our restraint. We could have destroyed the Confederation ships. Instead, we disabled them. We could have demanded surrender. Instead, we offered peace. Navigator Patricia Kelly spoke up. So what happens now, Commander? Alex smiled. Now the real work begins. Making friends instead of just preparing for enemies. Building bridges instead of just ships. He turned to look out at the stars, at the vast galaxy now open to humanity. For 70 years we held back, not just our weapons, but our hopes. Our dreams of joining something larger than ourselves. Lieutenant Ben Harris raised a cup in toast. To not holding back anymore. Everyone joined in the toast. Not anymore. As the celebration continued, Alex thought about the message Earth had sent to the galaxy. It wasn't just about military power. It was about showing who humans truly were, capable of great strength but choosing to use it wisely. Earth had warned the galaxy. We were holding back. But the more important message was what came after, what humanity would do now that they didn't have to hold back anymore. Alex was eager to find out.